A two-class society deepening here in Harris County. One class earning enough income to purchase a house, and the other larger and growing segment locked out of home ownership and locked into renting on a pretty much permanent basis. Troubling research released by the Kinder Institute revealed that 51% of Harris County families devote nearly a third of their income to housing, with 1 in 4 spending half of what they bring in for monthly rent.
Homeownership is really becoming out of reach for renters.
There's quite a squeeze in the market. We're actually the second least affordable city or region behind Las Vegas for very low income people.
The real estate sector cannot solve the affordable housing crisis. They don't want to solve the affordable housing crisis.
Panel, with housing increasingly scarce, rents are rising, and Kinder reports that in 2019, before the pandemic, 1 out of 11 rental households here received an eviction notice. I'm going straight to Tamara Bell. Is it really bad out there for families on the margin?
Absolutely, and one of the reasons is because of the cost of construction products. Wood is at an unfathomable about right now. No one expected that the cost of wood would rise the way it has. In addition to that, a lot of people who held off doing work, and when the pandemic started, a lot of people started doing projects that they had do. So you got limited other materials, tiles, appliances. Because of the pandemic, it takes forever to get them here. So everything is costing more right now. I don't believe this is gonna last. I believe it will level off. It's just that you got a backlog. Think about it, for over 14 months, you know, people never did get back to normal. And then for months, we shut down the world, not the city, we shut down the world. So I do believe that once everything gets all the way back, I do believe the costs will go down and people will be able to buy houses.
Sue Lovell, you've been working on affordable housing as a chronic problem for, decades. Are there solutions here?
There are solutions, but you have to have a plan and a strategy. And I have to say, I don't know that will happen with this mayor that's in place. Right now, there are a glut of apartments being built in the city, but about 85 of them right now, you know, they rolled off the tax rolls because they're being given a total exemption of taxes to build, saying it's going to be affordable, but it's not. There could be a partnership between the real estate community, the build developers, and the city on when they build their apartments to let the city buy down the cost of those doors and move people in, just like we did downtown when we were building up downtown. But again, there's no strategy, there's no plan in place at all, and I don't think there'll be any solution as long as this administration is in place.
Bill King, you're a student of this real estate market and trends. What do you see happening in Houston? Can this trend of folks being priced out of home ownership be reversed?
Well, you know, there's a temporary market dislocation right now, but this is a longer-term trend that's been going on for a long time. And part of it is just the cost of taxes. Your water rates just are going to double here over the next 4 or 5 years. Flood insurance premiums are going up because we haven't taken care of our flooding problems. All of these failures of our local government to address these basic infrastructure needs are starting to back up. Look, I think that at some point in time, the market's going to adjust because, you know, we just got the population estimate. Basically, I think the city of Houston gained 400 people last year total. And so at some point in time, it's going to equalize. But we're in this temporary situation. It also has a lot to do with the way the economy is changing. And increasingly, we've got people that are paid very high for these high-skilled jobs and a lot of low-paid service workers and not many people in between. And by the way, wait until interest rates going back up.
All right, Bob Price, you've owned property here in Houston. You've run a business here in Houston. What's your take on this problem?
Well, inflation is certainly rearing its evil head all over the place. One of the products that my company makes, I just got a price quote from our supplier, and it went up 300% from when I purchased it 2 years ago. And it's not just lumber; it's the foam that goes into refrigeration units. It's microchips. It's basically everything. The reason is we shut down the world's economy for an entire year because of COVID, but nobody's demand shut off. The demand kept not only staying active, it actually increased. And so companies just ran out of everything. And I talk to manufacturers every day now that still say they can't get people to come to work because Joe Biden's paying them to stay home. So all of those things factor in together to drive up the cost. I think there was a shortage of housing created after Harvey, obviously, and that factor is still weighing its way through the Houston economy. But there's also an exodus going on. People like myself that moved out of the city and said, you know, we're going to live somewhere else now. And you're seeing real estate properties all over the rural communities, 2 counties out from Houston, that are just growing like gangbusters.
All right, Jessica, some folks say government is the answer here. Government needs to buy more properties and subsidize them. Your thoughts?
Well, I know Tony's not here today. He probably would agree with you, but not to speak for him, but home ownership is one of the key definitions of the American dream. And people are moving to Texas to live the American dream. You're talking about an exodus out of Harris County. We're absolutely having an invasion from other states. And the reason that we're having this urban sprawl, like Bob is saying, outside of these rural counties, you still can't go. You could go 2 counties away and see that a 3-2 home is $400,000. So this isn't just in Harris County. It's this entire region that's growing by leaps and bounds. Right now, I-10 has been under construction for 30 miles, expanding all the way to almost Columbus because they're anticipating the growth. So
Jess, hold that thought. We're going to talk about it more, okay?